Anyone been nervous to tackle something?
The only thing that makes me nervous is that it's going to be too obvious what it's about in that way, that it's not the job of the show to lecture or preach or tackle a subject. There's a lot of ideas and research that go into the work, but my hope is that it's invisible on some level, that it's part of the story, it informs the story and the characters, and if you want to think about it more deeply, then it's there for you. But, I live in fear of the this week on a special episode announcement. It's not my job to be topical. My job is to tell you a good story.
The stamp wasn't there, but I got this.
Christmas. How much did he have, his account?
I don't know, maybe $1 million.
Your brother has $1 million and you took, what is that, 10 grand?
No, see, that's the criminal mentality, your old life. And what are you, hardwired patterns. But we're not crooks. This is the principle. What's right? Fair market value for what he took, the stamp.
It was always my goal months ago when I started writing this third year to deconstruct that phrase, "this is a true story," which started the movie and starts every episode and is an untrue statement because it's not a true story at all. So we start every hour by lying to people. But also that idea of true and story was really interesting, those two words side by side, because a good story can seem true. That's what we do, right? We make up a story and try to make it feel true. So I think a lot about what makes a story truthier than a movie, So a lot of times in the writer's room, I might say, that's a great twist, but it's a movie twist. What's the more random, the more accidental, the more coincidental version of what happened where it's not, the white hat and the black hat at the end of the film? But then obviously as we got into this election season and into the administration and this idea of post-truth and alternative facts, I found myself writing in a very bizarre sort of parallel to what's actually going on. So you'll see in the course of the season, these ideas are organic to the way the story is structured, and this idea of truth and what makes something true and what makes something, how do you take a real scenario and make it feel fake and then take a fake story and make it seem true is really interesting. I think I moved too fast for people to pigeonhole me on my way in to the business. And I think just when they thought they'd figured it all out with Fargo, I made Legion. And of course, that's a much more commercial venture. So then you start to have those conversations, because those are the movies that people really want to make. But
does that appeal to you? I mean, doing a big Marvel, a big DC movie?
Well, not to do a formula, that's not interesting to me. I don't know how experimental they're feeling.
Not very
but,
usually.
There's room, I think, in any of those multi-billion-dollar franchises to make one that's just different. And I think they are. But then, I also am a novelist, so I had a book come out last year. So, I knew from the first time I came to this town that I should just keep doing all the things that I love doing, and eventually they'll either all work or they won't. So. As a showrunner in broadcast, you put everything you have into a show, they cancel it after 2 episodes, and then you have nothing. You have to rebuild from scratch. So there was a certain moment where I thought, well, the more things you have going, the less you're riding that roller coaster. But
is there a point where you say, oh God, I have too many things?
I think for me, what I didn't realize was, at the point at which the show that you make is successful, then whatever you say yes to is going to get made. I was still in the old paradigm, so that's how I found myself with so many things. So I've learned to say no. I'm not sure I have yet, but I've learned. I'm holding out. There'll be a no soon.
Hi.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up?
I'm Ewan McGregor.
And Billy Bob Thornton.
Ryan Murphy.
Thanks for watching The Hollywood Reporter.
On YouTube. Hold on. Make sure to see, I can't even read either.
Make sure to subscribe for more stuff and things.
Cool.
All right. How's that?